And
Whoa! What the hell? Hello my friends, welcome back. Guess what? I'm in Germany with my great friend Jörg Sprawe. And today I want to know what's New York. So maybe you can show me your workshop and some new cool stuff.
yeah, right. First of all, this is my new old workshop. It had partially burned down, and I got it completely refurbished. So I got new furniture, new machinery, new everything, new electricity, and I think it's now much nicer than before.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
So I really like it.
And we're also gonna check out this new knife from New York.
These are actually for Midgards, and they're actually the same design line, and they got 3 different sizes. And what's so special about these knives is that they have super thick blades. So this is the Germany EBC legal version, 12 centimeter blade length, but they're really heavy. And, the blade is 1 centimeter steel. And I thought that those might be good for throwing. Therefore, I asked Dirk from Midgards to send me a few samples, and we have permission to completely destroy them.
Nice! Let's get started.
Okay, first we have all these cupboards here, and there's tons of stuff in there, and previously it was just on open shelves.
Right.
But when I do work with wood and so on, the dust covers everything. And now it's so much nicer that most of the stuff is now inside here.
Come on guys, let's check it out.
Right. Here's a PLP compressor, and this one is the new one from China that can go up to 600 bar.
Wow.
So 600 bar, over 9,000 psi. So it's amazing. Here is my good old lathe, a little bit protected from the dust. I bought this one almost 40 years ago. Can you imagine?
40 years ago?
And
Wow.
it still works, but it has issues now. Yeah, here's all my tools, and here's all my screws. And this is so much easier to find now that I have all these selections here.
Yeah.
Right, so this is where I do most of my saw work. One saw that I really love because you can have so much control about your cuts, so I do most of the stuff here. Yeah, vacuum.
The robot.
It's actually very powerful because it's a 5,000 watt vacuum cleaner, so it has a ton of power. This is really important because this is my stove, wood stove.
For the
And
winter.
this is really good in the winter to heat up the workshop because it can get really cold in here. Then there's one more boards, and this is actually how I legally store my crossbows. Since in Germany, a crossbow needs to be under lock and key. And this one actually has lock and key, so I can just unlock it here, and then, well, of course, no, it's not working. No, it's working. I can take it out and go and shoot with it. This one has 19 shots.
19.
Yes. Woo! So, and then at any time I could put it back. Like so. Okay. And lock it again. And now it's locked again and
I love this.
protected against theft.
What about this one?
This is actually my welding machine. And it was broken for a long time, but I recently repaired it and now it's ready for action. So I can now weld with it again.
And what about this crossbow? What is this?
This is actually, it's like a big brother of the adder. It's very much the same concept, but it has a compound throwing arm, which means that this is more than twice as powerful.
Twice as powerful.
Really, so this does 75 joules, so it's really a serious weapon.
Can we try after?
Yeah,
Shot maybe?
Yeah, of course. So it's really a dangerous, but it also has a magazine, of course.
For how many? This one is shot?
This one actually has a 7-shot magazine.
7 shot, that's enough with such a power.
Yeah, we will also bring an 18 shot plus 1, so it's a total of 19 shots later on. But at the moment, this one only has the 7 shot magazine.
Okay.
But it also takes a lot of power to cock it, so after 7 shots, you know what you've done.
What about this beauty? Can you maybe show it?
That's one of my swords. It's also protected against theft because in Germany, sword is considered a weapon, and weapon must be under lock and key. So this one actually has a
cool.
You can open it, and then it's a super thick, super heavy blade, and it's Midgards, of course. This is typical Midgards genetics.
Very thick
very
steel,
heavy.
Yes. I like this, the skull on the handle.
It's actually glowing in the dark. It's fluorescent, yes. Not sure if you can simulate. Maybe it's still not bright enough.
Maybe it smells on the light.
Yes.
Heavy. It's like 2 kilograms maybe?
Yeah, about that. So it gives it a lot of heft.
Yeah.
And this is like very good for like middle distance fighting, right? But I think you could probably throw it.
Easy.
But it won't be very good for the target. This is where I keep the air guns and so on. And they are also considered weapons, so I have to keep them under lock and key. Therefore, these others are just tools, so they're not locked, but this one is locked. So this is where I keep most of the air guns. So this is already like a huge air gun. It's probably the biggest air gun on the
What
market.
the hell?
That is the Zeus. It's a monster of an air gun.
It's a huge.
Right? It has 68 caliber.
68.
So you can put your whole
Finger loaded. You can load it.
So 17.6 millimeter caliber. And this one is single shot. And as you see, if you want to tune it up, so there's a tiny little hole in this cap here, but you can actually remove that cap with your fingers. It's really only loosely attached, and then you get one with a huge, that looks like a finger ring, huge opening, and then you have full power. Right?
Wow.
This one is empty, but still listen to the hammer valve.
Whoa! Wow.
That was not air, that was just a spring that hammers down on the valve. So this one has 1,600 joule in open version.
That's crazy.
And it has a 36 gram projectile that smashes everything that is in its way. Hollow point as well. So you know, once it's mushroomed, is this size.
Is the air in this one or no?
This one's empty, but of course I can feel it. So, so this is one of the
Monster.
It's a monster air gun, absolutely.
Zeus is good name, I think.
Okay, and then we also have. Then we have this one here, which I think is the coolest air gun ever made. Because this is the FX Celadin. Here in the Germany legal version.
Oh, the Gatling.
Look at that.
Yes, I understand. Beautiful look.
Rotating barrels.
Ooh. Wow.
Really, really, really cool. And the coolest part on it is that you can, like in the open version, and again you get all these tuning parts with it. You shoot like arrows like this. So you can put an arrow in, like so, and then you can shoot it. Let's step back a while, because our target.
You want to shoot it?
Yeah, and just shoot one shot, just to show people how it works. So this one, of course, is super weak, Germany legal, but with the right ammo, it's still super deadly. Because this is the ammo that we also offer for it. And this is actually a really cool project because it's really well packaged.
You just got it yesterday, right?
I got it yesterday. So the final samples. Those are actually blowgun darts, but look how thin they are. And if you shoot those at 7.5 joule, they're super deadly. Penetration is just amazing. So I can show you. This one barely sticks in, right? Now this one you can load it from the rear.
You load it like this.
Right, like a revolver. And then now what's going to happen is probably the end cap is going to fly out since the rest of this is going to penetrate. So,
it stayed.
yeah, I think this one is actually bent a little bit.
Wow. Look at this, but very, very deep.
Yeah.
What is really impressive that you can shoot also through this wood, right?
Yes.
Maybe you can try one more shot.
Yeah, we can try it one more shot. Okay, let's get it out.
Because normally 7.5 joule, it's not so powerful, but with this way, absolutely insane. Like this is game changer, I believe.
The
right?
penetration power is like totally crazy.
Crazy.
Okay, let's load another one.
Okay. Check it out, guys. Holy shit!
It went all the way through
No
and the cap came
way.
back. So it went all the way through and it must be somewhere here, I
Look
guess.
at this, guys. You see? Even tip here, that even dent went on the other side.
So
Wow.
yes, so the thing must be somewhere here, I believe.
Like
So
6-7 millimeter stick.
it's a 6 millimeter plywood board. It went all the way through.
Wow.
So if you shoot and then if I use the normal arrow with it, like this one, you can see This, of course, will have far less penetration power. So I load in this arrow here.
Rebounds.
That is penetration. Whole different issue. And of course, you have 8 shots with this. And if you put in the export kit, then this will have the power of a full-size crossbow, about twice of the energy as this one. But each arrow, of course.
Wow.
And then it's deadly on 100 meters easily.
You think these also can fly 100 meters?
No, these no. I mean, this is just only. Well, they fly 400 meters. Absolutely. Yeah. Because they're very light. But if you cannot shoot these from the full power version because they would actually crumble in the barrel.
They would shatter.
Yes. So in full power, you want to have the full-size arrows.
Wow. Let us know,
But I
guys.
think this will also, like in the US, where it's legal, it will completely change the crossbow market. Since this has the same power as a high-end crossbow, but you have 8 shots and you have dead-on accuracy. So there's never been such a compact, full-power arrow shooting device. I think that will also have a major impact on the market in the US.
If I have some guys in the US, guys, let us know in the comment section below what do you think about it. This is absolutely amazing. I never have seen this before. You have anything else in this shelf, Jörg?
Of course, tons of stuff.
I'm asking, right?
So, the next thing I can show you is this thing here. This is not FX, but AE8.
AE8?
Yes. And this is the long-awaited HB Max MK2. Right? So, it is a PCP airgun, 9mm caliber.
9 millimeters.
Right. And of course, you can also put silencer on it. So simply like this. And these are completely different pellets. You cannot compare these pellets to ordinary, like 4.5mm pellets.
It's big.
Now, in the Germany legal version, 7.5 Joule, what you get is you get a card with a tiny little hole in there. You see, this is the hole, it's an 0.9mm, and this is the hole that you get. And all you have to do to bring it to a different power level is you release this thumb screw.
Oops.
Oops. Drop down. Thank you. Then you take out that card, and then you insert the delivered card with a big hole, and then 2 things happen. First of all, you tune this from 7.5 Joule to about 170 to 200 Joule.
Wow.
Plus, it turns from a manual repeater into a semi-auto gun. So all you have to do is pull the trigger and then it shoots every time.
Wow.
So then you've got enough power to also repeat the action. In the 7.5 Joule version, you have to do this manually. So this is how this works. And so the conversion back and forth is done just by exchanging this card. You don't have to bleed out the air, you don't have to do anything.
Wow.
So this is still Germany legal, but in Germany putting in this part would be illegal.
Okay.
But in an emergency,
What you gotta do, right?
so a lot of people buy a thing like this to have fun in 7.5 Joule, because then it's super quiet and you have hundreds of shots with one air cartridge. But in case something happens, the Russian attack or whatever, you have access to a very powerful gun in no time. So this is something that's also very
beautiful.
Also, you can exchange the air cartridge under pressure. So this one has a second air cartridge here. So if you run out of air in full power, you have about 24 shots, like 3 full magazines.
And you can preload this cartridge.
Yeah, you can preload it. You can actually see that this is where you put in the loading probe. So you can have as many of them as you would like, and you can simply remove it like a silencer and install a new one, and then continue shooting.
This one can have silencer.
Yes, this one can have silencer. This is the silencer. These are actually 2 cascaded silencers to make it extra quiet. You could even put a third one if you wanted to. Because you can cascade as many as you want. And silencers, of course, are very popular, specifically when people shoot like in the basement and so on.
Garden, right?
To not really spoil the neighbors.
Yeah.
In 7.5 Joule, you don't really need one because it's already very quiet. But open, it has a bang like a firearm. It's as powerful as a firearm, but it also is as loud as a firearm. Right?
And people can get this on your website or a different website?
No, they can get this on our website.
Yeah. So go gun.
.de.
Yeah. For the Americans, it's .com, right?
No, it's .co.
The CO.
Yeah, someone else said gogun.com, so we got gogun.co. And this one is also new. This one is not completely through the authorities, which will be soon. So this is the famous Megalodon.
Fresh product.
The Megalodon is also really, really cool. As you see, you can also have different bottles here, right? And these are also filled with air. And this one has two bottles. It has one in the front and one in the rear, because this one has so much power that you want as much air as you can get. So, as you see, you can just simply put this in under pressure, and then you can hear like a little bit of a
clack.
See? Now you know that there's pressure in it, right? And this one also has these cards, so that's the original card, which you can anytime remove and exchange against
For the more powerful.
the open
It's
card.
so simple, I couldn't imagine.
So here is the magazines. There's already 2 bullets in here. So this is a 50 caliber, and this is a compact gun. So this is 7.5 Joule, where you don't hear much. And if I would put in the large gun, the large one, then it would be super, super loud. As I said, 50 caliber. So it's really, really big.
Really big.
So this has about 600 Joule in open, and in the close, in the 7.5 Joule version, you shoot rubber balls. Right? So the lead is only for the series. So this is also something that people really, really will like, because 600 Joule means that the stopping power is way better than the 45 ACP from like a
Wow.
just because the bullets are so much more heavy.
Right.
And their hollow point as well.
They fly faster also maybe, right?
No, the flight actually is not faster because they're heavier.
Okay.
45 ACP is far lighter bullet than this one here, because this is 50 caliber and really big. No, the difference is that first of all they are heavier, so the impact is greater. Plus also we got a super big hollow point in them, so they mushroom like crazy.
Kinda crazy.
So yeah, well, it's a devastating impact.
And this one will be when for sale?
This one, we hope that we can start selling it. We already have it in stock. We're just waiting for approval by the government. So we hope that within the next month we can start selling it. So it's ready, and we have like 2,000 pieces in stock.
Wow.
We're just waiting for the final okay from authorities, which right now are a bit slow because of the summer break.
Okay.
Lots of them are on vacation. In Germany, people have 30 days vacation.
So yeah, so maybe when this video will be out, you have to check out the GoGun website and pre-order.
So lots of new stuff, and also of course the much hyped new crossbow that everybody wants. I've never seen a crossbow release that was hyped as much as this one, because this is the Mine Interceptor with an exchangeable 18-shot magazine. So this fires bolts like these here. These are actually the war bolts.
War bolts, check it out, guys.
So these are
so deadly.
This is hardened steel, very sharp, and this is carbon shafts, very front heavy. And then you can simply load them into the magazine, just like put them in, press on them. Very simple. Take another one, like so. The crossbow limb sets are exchangeable, so you can at any time just by hand, without any tools, you can exchange them. And you get them in 30 pounds, 60 pounds, 90 pounds, and 120 pounds. This one is the strongest, it's the 120 pounds.
120.
And if you want, I can fire a shot.
Of course, yeah, let's see.
Into the wood here, if you want.
Into wood? You go right away?
Sure. This wood is going to bend a little bit, I guess, but let's try. So you put it in the magazine. You don't have to change your grip when you hold it, because you can unlock this here just with your thumb. Also with the other thumb if you're a left-hander. And then what you do is you bring this down, and then you can fire.
Wow! Holy smokes! Look at that, guys. Even with these testers. Wow! And you see it's hardened steel, so tip is completely fine.
Yes, absolutely. This is a quality ball. Of course, you can get much cheaper training balls with field tips and everything. So, but this is a serious weapon. It's deadly.
Oh, it's hard.
It's not a toy. These are basically flying daggers. So there's other arrows, of course, that we have for it. So these are, for example, bodkin balls. Right? So they're also really, really sharp. And then we also have hunting balls that have a very thin but very sharp blade.
I will show you.
These are really good.
Look at this.
Those are typical field tipped training balls. Those are really inexpensive.
So it's better if you practice. It's better to shoot these, right?
Because they're also not as bad for the target. Like a target mat like this from these broadheads would suffer much because you cut through it every time. But these target mats, they actually close themselves. So you pull them out. They're actually like foamy material. They put it together. And there's also, these are the stuff you get from China, so they'll be decorated. You know, so because this is like a standard bolt size now, you can get them in a million different versions.
This is the like basic ones, right?
These are the absolutely standard ones, and you can get these dirt cheap, so for just a few pennies. So the next one is from our Scuba Gear category. Even though I have to say that I think lots of people abuse it for like home defense and so on.
Right.
Even though it's meant for underwater usage. But like every underwater scuba gun can fire above water, and it's more deadly above water than underwater because obviously water is far more dense than air.
Yeah.
So this is actually a pre-compressed version. As you see, I attached like an underwater light, so I can also and it does have an integrated laser.
I see. Very cool.
So you have, this is for underwater aiming because, and then on this one here, I put a scope, which is normally not really needed. It's only because above water training requires you to hit the target. So this is a big help. Underwater, I would remove this.
Of course.
And I also attached this rear stock because for above water tests, it's much more handy if you have a rear stock. Underwater, you would not use it. You would just use it like a harpoon, since like it swims up. And this one actually has really, really big cartridges. Look at these cartridges. Those are filled with like 310 bar. So there's a ton of pressure on them. And it shoots these arrows here. So we have these arrows, and you also get the heavier versions that are made for fishing. So these are the above water training balls. And then you also get completely solid aluminum, so solid aluminum arrows with very heavy tips. Now you muzzle load this. And actually there is an O-ring at the end, so that they're not going to fall out. Like so. Okay, so you muzzle load them. And then you can just load those like a shotgun. There's two empty ones in here already. Okay, so you load it like a shotgun. And then you can decide if you want to fire both barrels at the same time or one after the other. So right now it's unloaded. So I can fire 1, 2, or I can go
bang.
Both at the same time.
Nice, that's so cool feature. I love this.
So yeah, we can shoot it.
Okay.
Do you want me to shoot both at the same time? Or okay.
We both.
So you load those in. Let's step back a little bit.
Let's check it out, guys. You will shoot this target?
Come on. And I put the 12mm board behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, do I have it in both? Yes. It's gonna fire both. And
whoa! What the hell? I'm ringing in my ears, ringing. Oh, look at these guys.
so it went through the archery mat.
No way.
And then all the way through the 12mm plywood board.
And this archery target is no joke. It's very, very thick.
Yes.
Wow.
Look at that.
And look, the arrows are still fine.
They're still fine, yes.
Wow, they're holding very deep.
Yeah, we'll probably put some oil on this before I pull it out because there will be a ton of friction.
So what do you have now, York?
So this is the Huben pistol. It's actually the most sought after air gun at the moment because it's the original, the carbine version was already super successful, but they trimmed it down to pistol size. And this is of course 7.5 Joule Germany legal version with the F sign. But if you install the export kit, then it can get up to 100 joules. So it's basically a 22 19-shot semi-auto gun. And it is just amazingly small and accurate, and the mechanics behind it is just a pure masterpiece.
Absolutely.
It's very expensive, but also amazing gun.
How much this one cost?
This one is 1,600 euros.
Ooh, and they can already get it on your website?
You can order it, but we get 200 guns a month. So we have sold the next, I think, 5 or 6 shipments already. So if you order now, you have to wait a long time before you get it.
Okay.
This doesn't mean that you shouldn't order, because the earlier you order, the earlier you get one.
I can see.
It's an amazing gun that it's like currently the hottest air gun on the market. Everybody wants it. Yeah, and it shoots really well. Probably have like 4 shots left in the magazine.
Let's do it.
It's like, safety.
Safety. Wow! Almost like full auto.
Yeah, you can shoot the 19 shots in about 3 seconds.
Wow!
Because the gun has a very low recoil and a very sensitive trigger. The technology is all in the valve. Because this valve is not a hammer valve like on a conventional PCP, it's an air-operated valve. So this is powered by the air that is also in the gun itself, and this makes it so super interesting.
Incredible. So it's a 22 millimeters, but 19 shots, right?
In the export version, they also you get it in 177 and 25 caliber. But we only sell the 22 version because only that one has been approved by the German authorities.
Ah, okay.
It's an amazing gun. I love it. I think it's the coolest air gun ever made.
Absolutely awesome.
As far as it comes to pistols, I mean.
Right. You can also put a red dot, I see.
Yeah, put the red dot on it.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Jörg. Very cool. Danke.
All right.
Wow! Look at that. Come on, guys. But you can see the penetration not so crazy. You see? It was barely sticking. It was with the full force. You want to try, Jörg?
I can try. I'm awful in knife throwing.
But you are more powerful. You can do some good stick.
But I can first
Warm
throw
up.
mine.
Warm up. Yes. What technique you will use?
I try no spin.
Right. Oh!
You leave the real pros on it.
Look at this. I'm leaving. And also nice penetration as well. Beautiful. That's what I'm saying, Jörg. You can see his muscles. Wow.
But you're right, it's not sticking in very hard.
But good throw, first try.
First try.
And now we can go medium.
Yes.
Maybe it will help a little bit.
Let me try one more.
Nice. Nice. I have to stick no spin as well. So the medium size. You can't stick them so well. One more time.
Okay.
Not the best angle, but pretty deep this time. Oh! This time was pretty good. There's that one from New York. Yeah. They don't stick so much because of the tip. If the tip would be more, they would stick crazy.
And you can also start to see, and this is from falling, not from throwing. Right?
Yeah.
This is from falling to the ground. That they're scratched a little bit and so on. It's a typical what you see on throwing knives.
Yeah.
You know, very soon they will start to suffer.
We just have to say like these are not for throwing. Right?
No.
It's
These
just
are actually
ADC.
real great like knives for hacking and.
This is
so
good
on.
test of the durability actually for the knife. I can try full spin throw.
Okay.
Maybe for the full spin it's gonna be good because you can grab it like this. I think distance around here maybe. Over rotate it.
Wow, that looked great.
For the full spin is good. Like you see, look at that. Minimal penetration. But durability is awesome for this knife. I think, Jörg, there is no way you're gonna break this knife, right?
No, I don't think so.
It's more than-
He's superhuman.
Yeah.
To break those.
You would need like some kind of machine or something to break it. It's like, I think, more than 1 centimeter, right? Or
I
one?
think it's 1 centimeter.
Look at this. This is thick steel.
And high quality steel.
Yeah. You know, I think for the chopping, like bigger branches,
That's what they're made for.
right? Awesome. And the sheet is very cool as well. Kydex.
And there is an even bigger version.
Even bigger?
There's the large version.
Ah, okay, yeah. Let's see the large one. Yeah. Oh. Kreuz. So let's see the big one, guys. Sha. Whoa. This one is a little bit like Tanto.
Yes,
shape.
yes, it's Tanto. It's also called Tanto.
Yeah? I think this one will stick best, maybe,
Hopefully.
because of the tip. Let's try no spin.
It's also hollow ground, see? The blade.
Bang!
Thank.
But you see, that was perfect throw. Perfectly straight. Just didn't stick.
Because it was also cross to the fiber direction.
Yeah. Now
Whoa.
you see when it go like this straight,
Yes.
it's still good. Wow! This time it's
That is
good.
serious penetration.
Wow! Way better.
This
This knife. Try.
It's like 3 centimeters. Let me see. You hold this for me.
Yeah, quite.
So you did no spin?
Yeah. Wow! Ooh, first try. Perfect.
It's good heft.
Look at this. Beautiful.
Wow. It sticks actually fairly easy. So
But this
you,
stick even better.
you want to throw this one?
Yeah.
This one is so much fun.
Cross. Oh, not so good throw. I can try for fun underhand.
Yeah.
Underhand.
Underhand. It's very hard to get to stick.
Ah.
That still works.
No spin. No spin.
No
with this.
spin. No spin.
No spin.
Ooh. Now we're talking.
Ah.
All right.
No more. This is good. If you learn no spin, you could have under rotated and even over rotated and it will stick. Whoa!
Whoa.
There was no spin. Look at that. The best penetration. Very cool.
And you know, you can also throw this from a far away with how many spins you don't
Right?
mind.
Yeah, you
So
don't
let's
count.
see if we can throw it from here. Not sure it's not going to even hit the target.
Yeah! Whoa! First try.
How many times did that turn?
I think 2.5 or something. Whoa! Oh, like this.
The advantage is that with this technique you can still throw very hard.
Yeah.
If you do this no spin, you have to lob it so carefully.
A little bit, yeah.
Try it from this distance.
Yeah, I'll try. Let's do it. Oh,
Cool.
you can go force.
To keep in mind that I just made this from a length of flat iron
You get double damage. You hit
Right.
with the
and serious damage.
Oh, this one. So York, it's gonna be on your channel. What do you have in your hand? The full video about this one.
Well, when a world-class knife thrower comes visiting, I have to prepare because I
Yeah.
can, of course, never reach your skills when I just go. It comes down to knife throwing, no matter how hard I try. But what I can do is make crazy cool launchers. So I thought, what about if I take a powerful compound bow and convert it so I can shoot throwing knives? Now, first I had to design a throwing knife that would actually be flying straight, and this is why I constructed this one here. So it is front heavy, of course, so that it flies stable, but it also has very straight sides, so
Yeah.
I can guide it through a rail system easily. So what you do with this is, you take the throwing knife and you slide it down, and in the end it's held by a magnet. So it's the magnet here, the neodyne magnet that I put in here. So it makes sure that the knife is not falling out. And then I can just shoot the bow like normal, and instead of an arrow, it shoots a knife.
It's really nice. It's cool.
Right. And of course it is really accurate. So, and you can hold it like so, because there's this front trigger here. So in this, actually, if I press on this thumb button here, then the shot would fall. So I can take aim. Okay, I go for dead center, and then
Wow! Exactly in the center. So accurate. Can I try one?
sure.
Okay. Whoa. Right.
Okay, so give it to you, and you do the whole process. First, you slide it down there,
So here.
right?
Okay.
Slides in.
After it's here. You're holding
Yes.
the limb.
Yes. And I would put the index finger up.
Ah,
above here.
okay. So
It's
you
more
pull with
comfortable.
the-
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm grabbing with this front, and here is the.
Here, use the aiming, use the slot. It's gonna shoot exactly where the slot is aiming.
Ah, okay. Wow! I also really love that it has this little kick. It's like for the shotgun.
And it's shooting very hard. I don't think that you can actually throw a knife.
Come on guys,
that
let's
hard.
see the penetration for the... Look at this! This went perfectly straight. Wow, York, this one went so deep. Try how it's so deep.
You can actually probably do a pull-up on this here, right? The chin up. Yeah, it's really...
Crazy. With the full tip.
Right, look at that.
What do you think about this, guys? Let us know.
I know it's cheating. I know. I don't care.
Whoa! You got it.
They nicely together. don't
Yeah?
they?
Yeah.
I think even that one flew in with same angle. It's just that it's softer here. Flying Dragon by Chinese masters. Ice Jet Apache. I love that one.
So guys, that was absolutely amazing to be again with my great friend Jörg Sprave and see all of his new toys. If you want to buy them, you can visit the Go Gun, right?
GoGun.de or .co if you're in the US.
All
or
right.
.uk if you're in the UK.
Yeah. So once again, thank you so much guys. Thank you Jörg.
My
But for
pleasure.
today, that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.